Alrighty, Chris Hustles here. We are back as promised with some NBA. We got two free picks for today, two free locks, I should say. We'll get right into it. We're on PrizePicks per normal. Use my code Hustles, go into my winnable, and subscribe to my free VIP and my AI to maximize your money. Also, follow me on Instagram. First pick today, we got a nasty 10x with Damian Lillard over 24 points. In what world is him against Donovan Mitchell where he doesn't score more than 24? So that's a lock. Dylan Brooks, above average score. He takes a lot of shots. Some would argue that he took way too many shots when he was on the Grizzlies, and that's the reason why not only he blew up for being a shot chucker, and he was even less efficient than Michael Porter Jr., but nonetheless, he takes enough shots where 11.5 points, he'll be over. He makes sure he gets his double digits. He wants to be relevant, etc. I can see him hitting a few threes, going crazy against the Knicks. And then you got Siakam. I think he's coming off a 17 or 18 point game last game. He's letting a lot of the newer guys get acquainted. He's letting, quickly touch the ball a little bit more. I think that today, and as the season progresses, it's going to come back to equilibrium where he is more of the center of the offense, the veteran in there, big man, a lot of touches. I think he'll do over 20.5. And then Wiggins, this one is probably the biggest risk out of all of them, but I still think it's pretty much a lock. I mean, Golden State's been losing a ton. They're not as good as they used to be. Clay, shell of his former self. Draymond comes back, didn't help. And Wiggins has been having a tough season, so I think he'll play a lot of minutes and have a bounce-back game. He might only score 15, 16 points on bad efficiency, but I think for 12.5, no matter what, you got to take that. So second half of the picks are another 10x. Donovan Mitchell, I think less than 33.5, which is basically 34 points. He'll probably have a 30-point game. Lillard isn't a great defender, but I just think guys like Garland are going to get a lot of touches as well. And Milwaukee, they're not as good defensively as they were last year, obviously, because they don't have Drew Holiday. Brook Lopez a little bit older. Giannis having to carry a lot of the load as always. I think it's just he doesn't average that, right? So it's less than his average. I think it's more than 10% likely to happen. 10% likely to happen, so therefore it's better than the odds. Tyler Hero, 24 points less against Toronto. Toronto's a good defensive unit. They're going to want to beast after losing to Boston. Even, Mazzulla said that they play really good defense, so I think it's safe to say he'll score less. Doesn't necessarily mean he'll have a bad game either. And then we got Vassell. I mean, his line's been, 20? Most nights, 20, 21, 22, 17.5 looks like a lock to me. So he's going to get a lot of shots as well. Boston, of course, they're good defensively, but even Shai kind of tore up Jaylen Brown and Drew Holiday. So guards can play well. Not to compare Vassell to Shai, but he'll get enough shots. And then LaMelo Ball more than 22.5, having an amazing year. A little bit banged up per usual as he is a ball brother, but I think 22.5 points, especially against the Pelicans, going by guys like CJ McCollum, Fat Zion, he should be pretty good lock. So since your boy's limited, we could only put $5 on these. But best believe I got other slips with 100 plus on it, 200 like per usual. But I'm going to be posting these on Winnable soon. Please subscribe. Please lock these in. Subscribe to my Winnable. Use my codes if you haven't joined any of the apps in my description. I obviously want to blow this page up and give you guys free picks every single day. So I'll be posting tomorrow more NFL, more NBA, and I'll be posting NHL. So please follow along my journey. Subscribe, like, comment. It helps me out a ton. And my 100th subscriber is going to get a $100 gift card. So make sure you are on your way to the top. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Lock these picks in. Let's make some money, and I will see you tomorrow.